Before I get into the topic of today's video, I just want to say, by the time this video ends, I want you guys to do two things for me. I want you to leave a comment down below. I want you to leave a like on this video, because apparently word on the street is YouTube has a new algorithm that's fucking with everything. So apparently leaving likes on the videos helps it out more. I don't know. Second of all, I want leave a comment about what I'm going to talk about in this video today, if it's relevant, because I'm going to be talking about the Death Star DLC. And if you've played Star Wars Battlefront and you want to voice your opinions on the DLC, by all means post a comment. In addition, I also want you guys to post a comment regarding the next Q&A episode, which is coming up sometime this month. Man, the finals, college finals, have been fucking me over. Are gonna be fucking me over the next 2 weeks. So whenever I happen to do that, I'll do it sometime before Christmas. But leave your questions down in the comment section below. I hope I get a lot of questions. I usually get like at least 2, but I want to make it like maybe 3 or 4 or maybe 5. So if you guys can do that for me, that would be much appreciated, and I would thank you all if I could. So the Death Star DLC, what is my opinion of it thus far? I have several problems with this DLC, and I have a few things that I like about it. One, the aesthetic, the look of the DLC is by far some of the best I think I've seen in the game. I wasn't big on the looks wise. This is probably my favorite DLC, so I'm cool with how this DLC looks. The maps I like, but I don't like at the same time, which is, I'll get into that when I'm in my whole dislike part of the commentary. Yeah, the maps are decent. This map is just a bunch of trenches from the Death Star, so if you've seen the movies, you know what the Death Star trenches are like. It's really no-brainer. It looks good. It looks like one giant. I don't even know. It kind of reminds me of Coruscant now that I'm thinking about it. Y'all ever seen the episode 1, 2, and 3? You know what Coruscant looks like. In addition, I like the new heroes too. I like Bosk. I like Chewie. I think I've gotten more kills with Bosk than I've gotten with Chewie, but Chewie's a pretty good character. I think he's a little weak in terms of health wise. Like, I feel like when I was using him one time, I was getting shot at, and I don't know, like, there's something about using the heroes when they have a lightsaber. That's why I always go with Luke and Vader. Luke and Vader are always my go-tos because I have something to defend myself with. With Chewie and any other hero, or Bosk or whatever, I don't have that protection. At least that one little bit of protection that can get me from getting shot at less. So I don't know, like, health. I usually never. That's why I usually never work with heroes that don't have any act of protecting themselves, like a lightsaber or whatever. But that's a different topic for a different time. I guess that's pretty much all the positives I've had. I'll tell you this much: this DLC pretty much ranks up with how I feel about the rest of the DLCs. They were okay, but they weren't great. Like, they didn't blow me away like I thought they would. Like, I thought the Outer Rim DLC was great. It turns out only half the maps I actually really enjoyed playing on. Same thing with Cloud City, aka Bespin. Bespin was kind of a bit of a letdown for me in some game modes, like Walker Assault. I really don't like playing Walker Assault on Cloud City to somewhat of an extent. And this is okay at best. It's not great, but it's not horrible. It's like somewhat good. And here are my reasons why. For one, I want to point out that if you're watching this video right now, I want to point out how difficult it is to see any fighters on this map. I don't know why, but apparently space battles were my favorite thing about this game. So the one thing I was looking forward to was to have a battle in actual space, because traditional fighter squadron, you have the fight in the sky of a planet, not in space. I don't care what anyone says. It's not space. This is the first real space battle that we're getting of Fighter Squadron, this is a Fighter Squadron gameplay. But what I didn't realize is the fact that for some reason, at least in my opinion, it's really hard to find fighters in some cases from a long distance. I don't know if it's just my eyes being absolutely horrible. Look at the lag on this game. Lag in this game is fucking horrible. I really wish they never implemented the fact that when you're lagging, as is a side note, when you're lagging, I hate the fact that it's fucking stops you and you stop in one place. I hate that. Dropping frames is okay as long as I can still fucking move. And when I'm standing idle because of lag, it really fucking pisses me off. And I was doing it a lot when I was getting this footage for YouTube and all that. I was doing a lot of lagging, and it was really unenjoyable for a lot of time. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Yeah, for some reason, I don't know what's wrong with the light source. I feel like I'm trying to look for enemy, but I can't determine what's enemy and what's not. That's basically what I'm trying to explain. Same thing with Battle Station. Battle Station, in the beginning part of Battle Station, which is like the 3-part game mode. For some of you who don't know, it's a 3-part game mode. You have to fight in space, take out a Star Destroyer. Then you fight inside the Death Star, and then you fight in the trenches of the Death Star to blow it up if you're the friendlies. Or not the friendlies, if you're the rebels. And, man, it's really hard to find people, dude. Unless they're like really close. Like, that's why I'm staying close to the Death Star. I'm surprised I don't think I've committed suicide in this game by smashing into it yet. At least I don't think I have. But it's really difficult trying to see people, and the only time I could see them is they're relatively close to the Death Star. Another thing I have a problem with is the fact that I feel like the fighters have gotten a buff, and I think that buff is too goddamn strong. Some of the, I don't know, like, man, every time I feel like I'm shooting somebody, I feel like I'm putting more bullets in them, and they're just not dying. And meanwhile, even AI's got buffed, which I don't understand why. At least I think they did. It looks to me like they did, and I don't like that aspect. Because AIs are easy to kill. I'm not saying I enjoy getting easy kills, but they're the easiest vehicle in Fire Squadron to kill. And it really sucks that I can't kill them because I'm putting bullets in them and they're just flying away or somehow outsmarting me, maneuvering me out of the way. I don't fucking know. Anyway, what else? The inside maps of the Death Star. Again, aesthetically pleasing, look-wise. Gameplay-wise, they're very frustrating. I feel like there are way too many flanks that the enemy team could have on you. If you saw, I played a Blast gameplay in my last Battlefront video, and I don't know why, but playing Blast or playing Battle Station in the inside parts, I feel like the flanks are way too much. I've never really had. I don't hate the fact that there's flanks. I just hate that the fact that there's too much of them. I feel like the enemy can come from anywhere and everywhere and anywhere, and I hate that because I hate that because I have to always be aware and not aware, but I mean I always have to take looks at corridors, and then all of a sudden the enemy might end up behind me for some reason. I don't know, something like that, if that makes sense. So it's really frustrating having to having to feel like you have to have eyes in the back of your head to play a game, which is pretty much casual. I mean, the truth is that this game is extremely casual to play. I shouldn't feel like I have to fucking have my eyes in the back of my head when I'm playing this game. And that's my opinion anyway. You got. That's why I said leave a comment if you feel differently. I feel like there's something else. I don't know. I think there's something else, but I don't know. I don't know. I think I've really touched on everything. The flanks are too much. I'll tell you this much: the one thing that I like about the flanks is the fact that there's so many of them. You can, if you're playing Battle Station, if you're trying to defend R2 from the rebels, it's easy to cut them off and not have them get to R2 because the flanks and the hallways are so condensed. Except it's a grenade fest, which sucks. That's another problem I have. It's a grenade fest on all the maps, ground maps anyway. Anyway, that's the end of the video today, guys. Like I said, leave your comments and stuff, leave likes on the video, and it'll be much appreciated. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Catch you guys later.